Just arrived at Rendlesham camping. Got my tent set up over there. I'm just going to head off to the UFO landing spot. I don't know if any of you have heard of this story. Yeah, basically, I can't remember the exact date it was, but there's some supposed UFO landing that went on here at some point. And it was witnessed by people in the Ministry of Defence, because there's a Ministry of Defence station, what do you call it, encampment right nearby here. And yeah, I think there were burning orbs of light that were witnessed, and there's a very specific spot that's been marked out on the maps for me to go and have a look at. I basically couldn't park in Brighton for a week. They just shut my road, so I thought I'd come and just rather than dealing with that all week, I just thought I'd go away. So I've just come up to Rendelsham, and then over the next few days I'm going to go to Sutton Hoo as well. So I'll make another video then. But I just thought this one would be interesting. So yeah, just going to head up this trail. When I get there, I'll do a little video and show people where this thing came from. No one really knows what it was, but it seems to be that something happened. Something, who knows. But see you there in a minute of a trek. I've got to go all the way down here, left, all the way up there, right, all the way down there, and then left again, I think. But I'll check maps just in case. But yeah, I was expecting this all to be, so when you look at it, oh actually, if you look at it like that, yeah, when you look at it on the maps, you can sort of see these. This is like a plantation. It's been everything's in straight lines, all the pine trees. So I've got, I mean, it can't be very old, this forest, unless it's endlessly coppiced. But yeah, it's kind of an odd one. I sort of imagined forest, like normal forest, but this looks like it's been planted. So I'll find out a bit more about that as well. Once I get, it's quite nice not having any idea really. I've just seen the story once. Yeah, some guy saw it and then reported it, and then the Ministry of Defence turned up. I think it was in the 70s, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I've always been fascinated by what it could possibly be, or have been. And yeah, there's a lot of people have come up with this idea of will-o'-the-wisps or jack-o'-lanterns. I don't know if you've heard of them, but they're like burning orbs of light that have been seen, often in misty conditions, which is interesting. That seems to be one of the sort of requirements for this thing to happen. It's often misty, and they are usually near rivers. I've got a feeling it is some sort of like flammable swamp gas, but bear in mind no one's ever captured it before on video, you know. Who knows? Anyway, just waffling. As soon as I found the crossroads here, God, that's a long way. It's not that bad, like a long walk in Fontainebleau if you ever go bouldering. It's like that. Yeah, just got to go left now, carry on for a bit, and then right, and then left, and hopefully I'll get somewhere near. I hope there's something. I think they put like a marker down. I'm guessing it's just really going to be nothing to see at all, you know, like just a bit of ground. But it will be interesting just to see if there's any like I've often thought, because it'd have to rise out of sort of swampy ground, if it was gas, then maybe there's like a little kind of pond or something nearby, or it's in a dip or a hollow that could once have been. But it wasn't that long ago, so you know, you wouldn't have thought it would have changed that much. Anyway, yeah, still waffling. Little jewels, blackberry jewels. Yeah, they're not ready. Woo! Oh wow, yeah, a little bit longer for them. They've been early this year though. Hope everyone's been getting a few. Really nice blackberries this year. Not here though, not enough sun. Getting close, it's somewhere in there. I'll hopefully see a trail down here. Be interesting though. That's the first normal tree I've seen. Not that the others aren't normal, as in like just it looks like a natural tree. Just grown there, it's not been planted. So, the question is, are there any aliens here? That's really what we've got to find out. Let's get in here and have a look. It's got... Obviously, I don't think there are. Don't even know if I really believe in that. There probably are other things living in the universe, but good God, like the distances they'd have to travel, unless you can bend space and time. Don't see it happening. Oh look, that looks like the path. Yeah, I reckon if there are any oddities, they're just on Earth or already. We just haven't seen them yet. So, somewhere. Oh look, there it is. Spooky moulder needed. No one probably knows what I'm talking about anymore. Oh, amazing. Well, they left the craft here, obviously. That's good news. So, yeah, it would have been hard to work out otherwise. Oh, a squirrel. No alien, just a squirrel. Oh, that's random. Oh, look at that. What on earth is that supposed to be? Is it a message for them if they ever come back? Don't disturb the aliens. Darwinton was in 1980. Continue to express this leaf for no expression. Classify. Oh, that's a good. Yeah, look at that. That's perfect for a. Oh Christ, what do you call it? A thumbnail. There we go. Yeah, that'll work. Well, can't say there's much to see. I mean, other than this, obviously, but why would there have been any gas coming out of here? There wouldn't, would there? It looks like someone's been having a fire. That'd freak you out, wouldn't it, in the evening? They've abducted a child. Interesting. Well, I've always wanted to come here, now I've done that. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any, I mean, it is in a bit of a dip, but there certainly doesn't seem to be any water around that would indicate swampy land or gas sort of coming up out of it. No. I'll have a little look around the immediate area and just see if there is anything else, but it certainly doesn't look like it. That's how you get them to come. The resonator. Alrighty. If I find anything else interesting, I'll let you know, but that's about it. Let's do one of me. Hi, aliens. First time I've ever sat on a UFO. Oh, you lucky bastard. Name that film. wondering what other people think about phenomena, let's call it that. You know, like UFOs, ghosts, unusual other things that might have occurred to you that you can't explain. Because I personally have never seen a ghost, but I have seen some incredibly unusual stuff in my time. Things that I can't explain, but definitely never a ghost or an alien or anything kind of like physical. Yeah, and I just wonder if other people do say they have to me, and you know, I don't disbelieve them. It's you know, I can't prove anything that I've seen other than one thing, which I saw with a friend, which was highly unusual, just so unusual. I'll perhaps do a story on that. It's to do with crows, strangely. Very odd that was. Yeah, that's one of the oddest things I've ever seen. Yeah, but if any of you have seen anything strange or do believe in this sort of thing, like aliens and that, well, I don't care whether you do or not. Like, I find it interesting if anyone's got any interesting stories, so just let me know. But yeah, certainly no sign of them here. It's gone deathly quiet. It's really quiet in here. But yeah, this is the field that's open with those two sort of look like, I don't know, just died perhaps in the middle there. But you can't get in it. There's like literally no way in. It's full of bracken and I don't really want to get eaten by ticks. But yeah. Who knows if there was ever anything like that, or what it was. I do love a mystery though, as you know. Thank God there are mysteries. You know, my life would be so dull without that possibility. You know, I don't know about you, but over the last 5 years, I've kind of lost my patience, let's say, with people generally. I spend a bit of time at a climbing wall and enjoy the people that I meet there, sort of on the odd occasion. You know, but I really put not your trust in man, I think is a very, very wise thing to know. Yeah, people are awful, aren't they? Like, they really are awful. It's kind of sad. Right, yeah, I've got no idea where I am now. I think I came in that way. I'd best check maps. So, how's it? Not much to see. Is it worth coming if you wanted to come and have a look at it? I suppose so, if you're interested. Like, only if you're interested. There's nothing really to see other than a tin statue that's been put there. But I like to go where these things happen, just to get a real sense of the place and whether there is anything that's obvious that can be found. But in this instance, I've got to just admit defeat. I haven't got a clue. It definitely doesn't seem to be the water, unless perhaps it was pissing it down that night and it had been raining a lot before it, and I don't know, maybe I really don't know. Yeah, no idea. I don't think it's that, just by the look of the place. There is that little one dipped low area that could possibly gather enough water to push down into a water table and dislodge some gas. Like, I have no idea, you know, like, but yeah, just a thought that it was that. Yeah, I'm going to re-look at the story again when I get back now, but yeah, and just sort of learn a bit more about it. Interesting one, but yeah, the next one will be much more interesting. Sutton Hoo. I really want to visit the sites where, you know, where the actual mounds were, if you're allowed anymore, I don't know, but also to go to the other mound. So everyone just sort of like thinks about the Redwall mound, the intact ship burial, but there was another there that had a another king in it, but he had a iron-handled hammer axe, but it was a long one, like, you know, sort of like chest height, huge thing. And I seem to remember when I last researched that thing that it's lost. I don't know if that's true or not. Again, I'll research that before I go, and a bit more about Redwall and the other stuff, so I can just fill you in while I'm there. But yeah, that hammer axe is very interesting to me. Only one of its kind, other perhaps than the one that I found near the burial ground in at Earwig Corner near Lewis, where they know there were loads of other, they called it Anglo-Scandinavian people and things, and including another thing, which was a glass wristband that I think it was green, but it was a glass wristband, the only one of its kind. Can't have been Saxon because they didn't have that technology, so it must have been taken from a Roman hoard or from that period and then put in as grave goods, but that's gone again. Went to the British Museum, disappeared, and we now know that that guy's been there. Everything's just become an awful criminal racket these days, isn't it? Governments, councils, everywhere, you know, like, yeah, big institutions like the British Museum. Imagine what goes on in the art world as well. I bet, I'm sure it goes on, and then, like, yeah, I often look at all the shops that you're like, how on earth do you stay open? There's money laundering fronts, aren't they? Like those mattress shops and furniture warehouses that seem to have like £1 billion worth of stock and like one customer a month, and yet they've stayed there for years. You know? Pull the other one, you know. Yeah, they're money cleaning operations, aren't they? Like, very clearly. But the whole world's just so corrupt and fiddled now. Like, it's terrible. And so how long are we just going to put up with it? And there's nothing else you can do other than put up with it, other than fight. Literally, that's your only other option. And then you've got to go up against all the kind of like lefty retards that don't really understand how the world works. No, it's just all about compassion. We've got to be compassionate to absolutely everyone, even our enemies. Now that's very Jesus of you, but like, they'll literally take everything. Give them an inch and they'll take a mile. That's the case with governments, with everything. And yeah, and you're never going to get it back. This is the other thing. You will not get your culture back. It's being destroyed. But perhaps that's what a lot of you want. You want a place where the imaginary is real. It's like I could just say, right, I'm the King of England now. I need you to respect that because I find it rude otherwise. Now I'm the new King Arthur, and you have to tell me that that's the case from now on. And I'm better than you and right in all matters. And if you don't, you know, it's not very polite if you don't. So, you know, it's offensive. Yeah, it's offensive if you don't just call me king all the time and acknowledge that I am the divine ruler of England. You know, quite right that, you know, that's absolutely true. You know, we're not 6 anymore playing make-believe, like, as much as you'd like to be. I think that's half the problem. There's an awful lot of childish behaviour. If you haven't got a problem really. If you want to be gay, be gay. If you want to dress up as a woman, dress up as a woman. Don't pretend you're a woman. Just dress up as one. Like, go for it. I live in Brighton, you know. I have to put up with it all the time. You know, it doesn't really bother me, but adjusting truth does bother me. End.